Hello Leos, welcome to your monthly reading for August 2025. If you don't like to watch the process of getting tarot cards and the charms, I do timestamp below, so feel free to skip ahead. Otherwise, let's get into it. So we'll get our charms first. See where the conversation is going to take us this month. Already kind of feeling movement up here. Okay, maybe I'll come back to it. Last month, there was a conversation around like purposefully kind of distracting yourself with other things so that you weren't focusing on or dealing with a situation. So maybe there'll be some continuous chatter on that with your soul energies this month and the angels. We'll see here. Coming back up here where I originally felt some movement. There we go again. Yep. So I guess they needed some out of the way here. Just pausing. Kind of trying to come down here. There we go. Okay. I just laughed a little bit because I saw how many they kind of tossed away here to get to the charms they wanted. Okay. Just tuning into charms, making sure they're the ones that they want. Okay, so let's get our cards for August, and then I'm going to use that larger deck that you see back there. We're just going to check back on July. Like I said, we'll see how you did with purposefully distracting yourself. Did you continue to do that? Or did you take some time to focus in on the areas that you needed to focus in on? Keep the cards nearby in case we need a couple more. Okay, so let's check in. How did Leos do in July? What was the focus? And I'm just going to do the kind of same combination established in the first couple readings. Just doing 4 cards to kind of look back. Just do a little quick look. Okay, let me take a timestamp here for our friends that do just jump ahead into our messages, and then we'll dive in. Okay, so looking back at July, conversation around purposefully distracting yourself, and there was an encouragement, I believe, to focus in. Okay, fussing a little bit here with the cards, that might have been a bit annoying. Look at the Don Quixote Fool card here that they're giving you, kind of the moving forward but looking back, right? The distraction. I don't know why I feel like rock and roll concert here with the with the dragon, or hot food. We just had a food festival here in my town this past long weekend. So I don't know if that's what you've been doing. Have you been like traveling here and there, you know, going to music festivals, going to restaurants, going to street festivals, visiting with friends, road tripping? Did that kind of feel like at least a good chunk of you did spend your July doing that, right? All of these distractions kind of still around you. So, I mean, nothing wrong with that. Choice is yours. I don't know what situation you're dealing with. Wow, my hand was shaking. Okay. Let's see what else. So the bear just feels like a big bottle of emotions here to me, like a big ball of emotions, I guess I want to say. It's like the opposite of a bear hug. It's like, don't touch me. You know, he's kind of freaking out at that star. instead of embracing, it's kind of get away. I don't know if that was also kind of your energy this past month, maybe as part of the distraction. Did you have a loved one? Kind of here it looks like they're blowing kisses at each other, right? So was there some distance between you and your partner in your home, or you and could be a child, right? Could be conflict between you and a child as they grow and work through their emotions. But I see one individual here, kind of a ball of emotions, and sort of the loved one trying to connect, but kind of being pushed away. So again, sort of the blowing the kisses here from afar. So I don't know if you felt that energy, or maybe that's why, or maybe that's what it felt like. You were always saying hello and goodbye to each other and not really spending time with each other because you were both kind of out and about and doing stuff, or you were constantly coming and going with commitments. Could be that too, right? The purposeful distractions kind of creating some distance. Sorry, mind my handwritten camera. Just wanted to bring these up a little bit more. Okay, so let's see what's on deck then for August here. In July there was still some ongoing distractions and just some kind of distance or cold shoulder, just silence between you and another person. Does this continue on? Okay. Drawn down here in this bottom kind of grouping of tiles and charms, we have you were dealing with a heartbreak or a hurt. Maybe that's why I'm coming down, because I was seeing that kind of fur ball of emotions up there. With this charm, it's all about sense of direction or just clarity of coming and going. Kind of the Don Quixote here, right? Am I coming? Am I going? Are people coming? Are people going? Kind of rotating door. Kind of those kind of saloon doors, right? Just always kind of swinging loose, never really locking. But also this sense of direction, kind of chasing one's tail, maybe caused by this loss or heartbreak that you're feeling. You know, this just means the trigger of the ball of emotions. So kind of bleeding in a little bit here into August from July. Now they're connecting that with the greatest moment is yet to come for you. So this could also be tied to like our hopes and our wishful thinking. So the hurt or heartbreak can just be us kind of wishing. I say that because it is the star, right? Kind of wishing upon the star, hoping for something to come true, and it just hasn't happened yet. But you know, a beautiful moment's yet to come here for you. Seems to be connected with family. The beautiful family tree here, or establishing roots, something that will give you a more stable, solid foundation. So if you're waiting to hear back about a job offer, a move, you know, sort of making that decision on a next milestone. So engagement, child, right, starting the family, getting the new house, all of that milestone, it's coming up for you. So yes, it hasn't happened yet. It is coming for you. So, you know, don't shy away, right? Don't be scared. Don't shy away from this wish. Don't start thinking negative thoughts. Don't lean into it too much here in August. Seems to be the caution. Go back to the hopeful, wishful thinking, the positive affirmations, you know, back to manifesting. Oh, we have the beautiful unicorn, which for me is magical moments. So we have magical moments coming, touching your heart space. So like I said, this is a heart's desire, a wish come true, something you're pining for. And her dress is blue, so it is an emotional space for you, but it brings you peace when you get it. Sort of the tie here to your hope, joy, abundance center. When this wish comes through, what does it say here? Believe, yeah. So their ask here is go back to you're leaning into the trust that this magical moment is going to happen for you. Let's see here. have really this message of kind of like living in the moment. I don't know if we're coming back to the distractions, or the distance being put between you and a significant person in your life. So again, a friend, a best friend, a partner, right? Somebody that you would enjoy a hug and embrace, right? Your sort of support system here. And with this mortality, it's just drawing me back, and even the blue kind of chill of her eyes and her lips, the coldness, just kind of shows again that sort of distance here forming between you and this other individual, kind of bringing that, focusing in, bringing that back. I'm just pausing because of the way she's kind of pulling in the companion here, right? Kind of drawing them in. Almost feels like a support blanket, kind of their bodyguard. So don't forget that they're going to be your main support system through this, leading up to it. Make sure they're part of that magical moment when it happens, versus learning about it afterwards, or kind of sitting out on the outside. I feel like they should be part of it. Here, I'm going to go like this. Yeah, just kind of, in both cases, right, you're drawing it into yourself. So believe that you can attract this heart's desire, this wish to you. It's possible. It's still in your cards for you. It's still fated for you. Okay. So we have time to prepare for this. So a bit of a heads up. And this is my circus tent, which sometimes can mean a bit of chaos in the home environment, or an environment where you spend a lot of your time. So that could be the workplace as well, or like crazy travel schedule. It could just mean pretty much that, just, kind of crazy schedule in terms of commitment, what's expected of you, because this is performing as well. So expectations, responsibilities, accountabilities. So heading into a season of that for you, it feels like, because circuses, they go on tour, right? So we're heading into a season. So maybe the fall season or back half of year is going to be a busy time for you. So August is kind of your opportunity here to heal a little bit in your belief center, and get ready for your tapping into your courage and your resiliency, your energy, right? Keeping your energy up. So where you can find love, for those of you single, that's literal for you, but for everyone else, this is just connecting in with a passion or joy. So where can you find some more just fulfillment in your life? And this is like a social gathering. So this could be a conference, family gathering. I was already talking kind of street festival down here. So anywhere where you're kind of out in public. So you kind of have to be out there is really the message, kind of with you being out and about. There's sort of this sense of like you'll stumble upon it, being pulled into the lightning bolt here. But if you need to be out and about and just kind of in the crowd, that means it's sort of a fated crossing a path. It's going to be a fated connection, a fated opportunity for you to, talk about this topic and have somebody just kind of step in, or, something catches your eye, or you get really interested and lean into something you've newly discovered. That'll happen for you. With our lightning bolt, sort of also the finger pointing. So we have help to decide on next step in your career path, so following your passion. So here's our lightning bolt. So you will find that help that you want in terms of following your passion. Literal again for anyone that is looking for career advice, but this just means passion. And it's pointing towards this final tile. This will be your gift to the next generation. So for those of you looking for that relationship, this is your partner to start that family, greatest moment yet to come. For those of you that this is career or following a passion, following your heart, soul purpose, You're going to have that fated connection. You're going to find that right company, you know, that right person who opens the door, and that's your solid foundation, right? So we're coming back to this gift from the universe that's fulfilling, a dream that's going to give you that sense of purpose again, right? It's going to fulfill your joy center. And then your gift to the next gen just means, in a professional sense, or your passion, it means you are now the expert, right? The youth and the next gen are your apprentices. It also can mean the ideas and the solutions that you come up with or help to implement positively impact our generations behind us. And they've put on this like clarity. So I don't know if that's a question that you Leos have been pondering. Maybe it's tied to this passion, right? Like, what's going to be my legacy? You know, what's going to be my story then? Sort of this gift of sort of raising the next gen. So again, you're a teacher, or like there's a lot of teaching here, analogy that they're giving me. Your ideas, your thoughts, living by example, all of that's kind of coming to me here in terms of what you're leaving behind in your legacy. What a nice message, the right way. You know, if you've been second guessing here, Leo, maybe that's why you've been going forward and backwards, or feeling like I'm trying to go forward but I'm only going backwards. You are heading down the right way, so keep your eye on the prize, right? Don't get distracted by other things. Keep your eye on your crown, right? Your dream. But doesn't this feel like an invitation coming in to be somewhere, right? It's like, hello, let me introduce you to the person that's invited you here. And then we have this beautiful eagle, a sign of courage and bravery in a lot of cultures. They're also highly skilled in the animal kingdom, right? Again, coming back to the thoughts and ideas, because they're pulling me into the eyes here. You know, eagles just, their view on the world, right? You know, what they can see from so high up. You know, maybe you're a visionary. Maybe that's your legacy. Maybe that's why you're teaching. Maybe that's why you're leading and living by example, because you're you have this ability for this foresight. You know, you can predict, you can see how things will come together more seamlessly, right? As sort of a solution architect. Now they're drawing me back to this message down here. I don't. This is probably the message we're ending on, but you can't go back to yesterday. So again, coming back to this distraction, blowing the kisses here, the distance. You know, the unicorn is also my charm about reminiscing. So I don't know if you're still hanging on to something in the past. Just in order to move forward, you need to let go, really, is sort of that message, right? Acceptance has different forms. Acceptance can just be acknowledgement. You don't have to accept someone's point of view or actions, but you can acknowledge it happened so that you can kind of move forward here, Leo. But you have a beautiful August story kind of waiting for you, which makes me excited for September and fall, if this is your kind of circus period for you, right? These are grand performances. It's all fun and laughter and good food, good entertainment, and people and travel. Like a busy period, right? Get ready for a busy period, especially if you have this fated connection that happens and crosses your path here in August, and sets you up for leaving your legacy behind for this magical moment to come about. So when I check in with you guys in September, we'll see if that magical moment, that great moment, has happened for you, or if it's in the cards for the fall.